There's a situation that happened in Central Park. They're calling this woman Central Park Karen. There was a white woman at a park, and she was threatening to call the cops, or she actually called the cops on a black man that was filming her. Tom, can you give us a little bit more information about this before I show the video?
Yeah, Christian Cooper, who's the black man in the video, was in Central Park. He was there to birdwatch. And while he was out there bird watching, Amy Cooper, who's being called Central Park Karen now, Amy Cooper, who's a white woman, was with her dog. Her dog was not on a leash. Leashes are required in that part of the park.
Right.
And Christian Cooper said, please put your dog on the leash. He's scaring off the birds. He's trampling the, foliage. He's, disrupting my bird watching. And she basically said, no, I'm not going to do that. Apparently, Christian Cooper has had problems with this before, with people and their dogs not on a leash. He keeps dog treats on him to try and, get people to put their dog on the leash. So,
wow.
Amy Cooper says that he was throwing treats at the dog. He denies that. But he did apparently during their, argument, he said, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it. And then Amy Cooper just went off.
Okay.
And called the cops.
Wow. So we do have the video. So let's show the video real quick. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to me.
And I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Please call the cops.
And tell them there's an African-American man threatening
Wow.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me? There is an African-American man. I'm in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog.
Unbelievable.
And my... I'm sorry,
choking your dog.
I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
Wow! What? Oh my God. Okay, so I didn't see the end of that. I had not seen the end of that video. And oh my God, bruh. What the hell? What in the hell did I just see? Okay, so first off, let me just say this. Central Park Karen, you need to go sit down somewhere, man, with that mess. All right? That is some serious mess. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. That is wow. Unbelievable, man. You really just because the man was asking you to put the leash, a leash on your dog, which is something that you're supposed to be doing in Central Park in the first place, oh my God. Oh my God, bruh. Oh my God. You literally just went and was screaming, like she literally was trying to sound so desperate. These are the kind of people that just burn my cookies, man. This is not real. That cannot be real. Wow. You know what? Somebody just commented underneath, Greg Horta just said, man, what did he say? If he did not record this situation would have been a different story. She was pretty convincing and he would have been arrested. And I totally agree with that. Oh my God. Come on, y'all. We're here. That's New York City. And see, I expect that in like Mississippi. Shoot, I even expect that in St. Louis. Not in New York City. Seriously? Come on, y'all. Oh my God, I never saw the end part. I only saw the beginning. The end part really gets me angry because she's making it sound like she's getting taken advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All because of a dog leash, yo. Oh, she gets the biggest Karen ever. Shame on you, Central Park's Karen. Shame on you. Fellas.
Yeah, it's just
wow.
And this is what she does while she knows she's being filmed. And she makes it sound like this guy's trying to accost her or God knows what. And we all know what happens when, what happens all too often when cops are called on African Americans. It gets out of control. I'm sure we're going to talk about it later, but we've seen that this morning. She was putting this guy's life in jeopardy just because he wanted her to put her dog on a leash. Wow. And it's inexcusable. She's been put on leave from her employer. She was working at Franklin Templeton. So she's on leave from there. And yeah, her name is out. We can say it. USA Today has published it.
Say her name.
Amy Cooper.
Say her name. Say her name. Amy Cooper?
Amy Cooper.
Wow. Okay.
Amy Cooper. But yeah, she, I just can't, I can't imagine. I can imagine someone doing that. I just can't imagine. I don't know. It's just so nauseating.
Jack. Can't hear you, Jack. So, it is a wild thing. This, for me, it's one thing to be like, hey, put the leash on your dog. For her to come at him in some sort of way. And I understand that we're all like, there's like this particular nerve that's been surfaced, that's been buried deep underneath. There's been Karens all over the world, there's been Karens all over the country and Karen sightings all over the country, and they are real, just so you know, they exist. But one thing that I find interesting is there are more people getting frustrated more than ever right now. So there's this nerve that's been, unearthed, and everyone just seems to keep pounding it and touching it and irritating this nerve. And I understand that we're all frustrated, whatever it might be, angry about whatever, the fact that we have to wear masks, the fact that the coronavirus even exists, the whole nine. But this is something, it's just policy. It's not policy, but it's what they need to do. It's the freaking Central Park. And if somebody wants to walk through Central Park without getting attacked by a dog that should be leashed in the first place, where's the argument there? You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to call the cops and say, I'm going to say that there's an African-American male. You really had to say it. Like she was just saying the N-word, bruh. Come on, man. Go somewhere with that mess, man. Really? New York City is like the melting pot of America, and you're here doing that. I understand that there's racism everywhere. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, you shouldn't be saying that. That's white privilege at its finest right there. That girl screaming on the phone saying that there's an African-American male filming me and my dog, screaming bloody murder. Get out of here. Jack, what were you going to say?
So is this not slander, like a false spoken statement damaging a person's reputation? Couldn't he sue her for slander? Something, because she just came out and apologized. Okay, great. She lost her job or she's been put on leave. Mm-hmm. But what's actually going to, she's going to get some hate, messages and things like that. If someone doesn't, hopefully no one actually shows up at their door. But, is there something that he can do that can get him, some kind of compensation for her treating him like that? Mm-hmm. Obviously an apology is one thing. I don't know if she's apologized to him or just made a public apology. And, and she said that I'm not a racist, but,
See, but that's the thing that drives me. Okay, no offense. Sorry, y'all. I love you guys. You guys are my brothers and all that. But on some real stuff, that's the one thing that I hate when white people do that. That is the I do too. That is the code word for I am actually racist. Just so you know, look at this hand while I do this, while I'm holding a noose. Nah, don't do that. Don't ever say that. My white viewers, my white listeners, my white friends, all of them, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. And if you do say that, do not put my name in your mouth. Please do not. I got plenty of black friends. I got this guy named Pascal. He's my friend, and he's black. No, please don't do that. No offense. Sorry, y'all. No, please don't do that. I don't care. I'm not racist. Then why would you say something like that? You got caught on video, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. What is her job? What does she do? Now I want to know. What does she do? Because apparently, Greg, just real quick, Greg said she lost her job and her dog. Yeah. She's losing a lot more. All she needed to say was an apology, and all she had to say was an apology, and yeah, that's all she needed to do. And so what was she doing before she lost her job and her dog, whom she was actually strangling?
Employee.
By the way, she was strangling that dog.
Yeah, she was.
Anyway, go ahead.
She worked at Franklin Templeton, which is an asset management firm. And she has lost her dog. Her dog is now with a Cocker Spaniel rescue group. She voluntarily gave up the dog to the group.
Yeah.
So
she voluntarily gave the dog up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now
I don't know if it's permanently giving up the dog. They said that she voluntarily surrendered the dog while the matter is being addressed.
Okay. So it's probably. Go ahead.
She may eventually get the dog back, but for right now, she does not have the dog.
Right. now so she might be under some sort of investigation, that kind of thing, just to see if she's actually taking care of the dog. Obviously, that video does not make it look good because she's too busy being on the phone rather than actually leashing her dog so that she doesn't hold him by his collar to the point where he starts yelping because he's getting choked. You see what I'm saying? But yes. Now, the other question I have for you is this. The other Cooper in the situation, the man who's behind the camera, right? Mm-hmm. What exactly he was now, from my understanding, you said earlier he would put dog treats in his pockets?
Yeah.
So he was an instigator too, though.
Well, not really. He said that he's gone out before into the park and that people often don't have their dogs on the leash in this part of the park, so that he keeps treats in his pocket because he knows that people don't want a strange man giving their dog treats. So in order to keep their dog from going and getting the treats that he has, they'll put the dog on the leash. He says that was his reasoning behind it.
So that was his logic.
Dog treats, and and people are like, oh, I don't want my dog taking that guy's treats. I'll put him on a leash.
I don't know. To me, it sounds like you're instigating something tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Understandably, he's trying to make his point, but at the same time, you got dogs coming at you. You're basically saying, bring all the dogs to me. You know what I mean? Like you got bacon. You know what I'm saying? Say you got bacon in your pants. Sorry. You got bacon in your pants. Isn't that going to bring some dogs? Like that's going to bring all the dogs to the yard. You know what I'm saying? My bacon brings all the dogs to the yard. I mean, come on, yo. You know, for a fact that's going to bring dogs in over to you and all that. You are literally instigating it to a certain extent. You feel me?
Well, not really, though. I mean, keep in mind, this is part of the park where the dogs are required to be leashed. And he's a man that likes to go out to the park and birdwatch. He's in New York City. Obviously, you know, Central Park is probably one of the best places to birdwatch.
Right.
If that's your hobby and people go out there and they don't have their dog on a leash, then, you know, I don't know the whole story, but he says that he keeps the treats on him so that he will be able to call the dogs over when they aren't on a leash, and then their owners will be like, oh my God, I should get my dog on a leash, or this guy's going to feed my dog God knows what, you know? I mean,
Okay. Okay.
That's why that guy in the van always keeps a candy on him, right? Just so
exactly.
If the kids come outside, you know, they won't run into the van.
Thank you so much, Jack, for saying that. Yes. No. Absolutely. See what I'm saying? Like, obviously, he was instigating to a certain extent. I mean, not like this situation. He was just walking. I'm sure he had doggy treats in his pocket still. But at the same time, he just asked, it seemed like politely, hey, please leash your dog. It's the law. Them are the rules. That's it.
Yeah.
And of course she got mad, and then she's, you know, and obviously that's the other thing. Like what happened over the Costco situation and all that. Like, I want to know. I'd love to know. Inquiring minds would like to know what was happening before the camera got turned on, because there's so many other things that could have been happening beforehand that could explain everything that's going on here. Go ahead.
Yeah, according to them, there was the discussion of please put your dog on the leash. She wasn't doing it. She claims that he was then throwing treats at the dog. He says he wasn't doing that. And then he says, and he admits to having said this in the midst of their argument. He said, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it. Which I don't think is, I mean, she says she felt threatened by that, but would she feel equally threatened by that if it were a white man? I mean, she made real clear to say it was an African-American man that was coming at her and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. Even though if it was a white guy or black guy, woman, an alien with polka dots, and they said, hey, I'm about to do something and you're not going to like it, and they pull out their phone, whatever. To me, it's like, okay, go ahead, videotape me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, I am most definitely not on her side at all whatsoever. But we do have a phone call. Let's see if this actually works here. Let me see if I can make this happen. Hello. Of course not. Of course not. Well, whoever just tried calling, call back in. I will obviously pick up. We might have to lose the connection, guys, but of course I'll just call you guys back. But call back in, the whole nine, whoever just tried to call in. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. And of course, if you are interested in calling in, please give us a call at 314-766-4581. Again, I think Jack will be putting up the phone number here in a second, hopefully. But the thing is back to the conversation. Again, it's 314-766-4581. Give us a call. We would love to hear your opinion on this situation, of course, and just talk about this. But here it is. She didn't need to do what she did, period. What she did was very stupid and very ignorant and extremely racist on so many levels. So many levels, y'all. That is not something that you do. That is not something that you... Even if he's just taping her, videotaping her, whatever, iPhoning her, I don't even know what the proper term is anymore. Filming her. You do not call the cops and make sure that you say, oh, there's an African-American male. Like that's going to happen. That's going to help the situation even more. That just makes you more racist than ever before. Yep. You are a racist piece of trash. All right. You are a dumpster fire, worthless piece of trash. Central Park, Karen. I don't care. I don't care if you do wonderful charitable things. You just got caught. You showed your ass big time. And now everybody knows who you are.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.